The Nachmund gauntlet has arrived! New Crusade mission book's out, and we're so incredibly stoked for it! Nick takes out the Astra Militarum for a spin, and Mubin brings the Tyranid in this beachhead offensive mission. Can Nick and the Astra Militarum hold back the Tyranid onslaught? Or will the planet fall like Cadia did? Will the Tyranid consume all biomass, or will the Hive mind be stymied by the pure stubbornness of the Imperial Guard? Get ready to dive into hell in this 40K in 40 minutes. Greetings 40K fans, JT the Voice here with what has to be considered a sci-fi staple. In this 40K in 40 minutes, we pit Nick and his combined arms Astra Militarum versus Mubin and his invasion fleet Tyranid in what could easily be the plot of at least a quarter of all science fiction stories ever told. It's alien bugs versus human soldiers. Talk about an instant classic.
I'm looking forward to playing against Nick today. This is going to be a lot of fun. We love our narrative missions, we love our narrative games, and this is our first dip into the Nachmund Gauntlet book, and I think this is gonna be a lot of fun.
I love playing the Guard. Regular humans, not gene enhanced, not with super weapons. All they've got going for them is their trusty las gun and as much tanks as they can muster.
Today we are playing Beachhead Offensive from the new Nachmund Gauntlet Crusade. As you can see, the mission deployment has a minimal no man's land, and objectives are either in the attacker zone or the defender zone.
We're also playing a very narrative mission today. It is holding out against the bugs in a very different deployment scenario. I can deploy almost everywhere on the board except for this one area that Mubin starts in, and I've got to try to hold him off for as long as possible.
Starting turn 2, players will score 1 point for each objective they hold at the end of their command phase. Should the attacker, in this case Mubin, hold his home objective and any others, then he will score as normal, 1 for each objective held. However, in addition, for each objective not in his deployment zone that he holds, as long as he still holds his home, he will score an extra point. For example, should he hold his home objective and 2 defender objectives, he would score 5 instead of only 3. Getting on objectives early and deciding where the fight should be will be crucial in this one.
Pretty simple on scoring. We just got to take objectives. I've got most of the objectives in my deployment zone, so I just got to hold them at all costs.
Deployment in this one is actually quite interesting.
You only get to deploy a portion of your troops, and the rest of them are made up of waves of reinforcements that come in on turn 2 and 3.
This should be a really interesting matchup, as in, when do you bring in which wave of reserves, and which objectives are going to be the ones to fight over?
Oh, welcome to the Nachmund Gauntlet, Mubin.
Oh, we're here. The Tyranids are here to invade another planet, and we have snacks.
Maybe. Nachmund Gauntlet introduces some really cool scenarios and some very interesting deployment shenanigans.
For my force, I've obviously got 2 Tervigons, bunch of Griblies, so many Griblies. There's Termagants, there's Hormagaunts galore. A little bit of support with the Psychophage and Venomthropes, so, nice little starting invasion force. It's a nice little force to just get out there, spread out onto the board, take control, and, well, eat some guardsmen. And then for reinforcements, I have what I like to call tank busters, which is my Zoanthropes, my Neurotyrant, and a Trygon. He's gonna do some deep strike shenanigans, that'll be fun. And then I've got my support squad, which is a Hive Tyrant with more Psychophages, more Venomthropes, and more Termagants.
Yeah, we've made a very narrative board here. The trench line of the Guard is defending against the oncoming horde of aliens. I gotta say, I really love it. Just look down here with me. It just looks so cool.
It really does.
So in my army, on the field right here, I've got a unit of Cadian shock troops led by a Cadian Command squad, and a unit of heavy weapons, autocannons, holding off the Tyranids with grim determination. I've got artillery to back them up and a couple tanks, but they've just got to hold out for the cavalry. Then over here, holding that flank, I've got a unit of Cadian shock troops. To the rear, I have leading the army, Ursula Creed and her unit of Cadian shock troops. A Rogal Dorn tank commander with his big giant pulverizer gun.
Yep.
He's just gonna sit there and shoot everything across the table. Then over here, I have a Punisher cannon, DACA
That needs to go.
And then over here, I got some artillery, field batteries, and a unit of artillery, all with the Earthshaker rounds. Then I've got 2 groups of roughly 500 points in reserves. I've got 2 waves of reinforcements. The first one is Commander Dreer with a unit of Krieg Death Riders and some Krieg infantry. So a Krieg detachment coming to relieve the forces, and I've got a unit of Elite Kasserkin. The Cadian Elite are coming to save them in Tauroxes. This is a defensive force, and then you just gotta hold out until the cavalry comes, and I love it. I've deployed in depth. I've got lines of infantry to hopefully slow down the bugs, and so they can't get to me all at once. and make it to draw it out and spend more time dealing with these little guys in front, these screens of infantry, to keep my big guns firing until the reinforcements arrive.
It'll be interesting because the one final twist to this mission is, as the attacker, I get to choose who goes first.
I love it.
And we both know what I'm gonna do here.
Of course.
Nick. Only a good, proper invading Tyranid force would go first, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going first.
Yeah, bring on the bugs!
The swarm!
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Let's do this.
This episode is brought to you by Deadly Print Studios. The folks at Deadly Print Studios have almost a decade of experience working in the film and TV industry, blending traditional 2D and 3D effects on such projects as Game of Thrones and Jurassic World, and have taken that expertise and combined it with their love and passion for war games. From muzzle flashes to explosions, psychic and void shields to spent ammo casings and bullet deflections, Deadly Print has what you need to add that touch of immersion to your battlefields. Whatever your favorite tabletop game might be, fully tested and supported, Deadly Print Studios has STLs for almost any battle effect you can imagine, or if you prefer, you can order them pre-printed and shipped direct to you.
The board today is littered with Deadly Print Studios effects. My army has Deadly Print Studios effects on it. We love using their stuff. Deadly Print Studios makes your armies come to life, makes the battlefield come to life, and we love seeing it on our minis.
Make sure to follow the link in the description below or go to deadlyprintstudios.com and get your battle effects today. Mubin is choosing Swarming Instincts for this matchup. He's going to get sustained hits versus infantry. That does make a lot of sense, as Nick has a lot of bodies.
My Tervigons don't have anything to reinforce yet, because I haven't taken any casualties. Let's start moving.
Bring it on.
We are going to start with this unit of Hormagaunts over here. They're going to advance. I've got Hormagaunts prepped and ready. If I get some key advance rolls here, I can actually blitz some of these squads that have pushed a little bit further out and get the jump on them. Get some early snacks.
And they can advance and charge, can't they?
More Hormagaunts advance.
Looks like I'm going to be able to hit some of Nick's units and still be able to hold some of these objectives.
If Venomthropes also do the same, that's going to give it a nice little stealth and cover buff.
Tervigon's about to advance.
Tervigon runs also. And the Termagants, more of the same. Pretty much everything is running at the Guardsman. This feels like the opening cinematic in so many sci-fi movies. Man, I love it.
Here come the Hormagaunts. I love the imagery of this. I gotta say, even if I lose this battle, I'm just so excited to be here.
The Termagants in front of the second mama are going to advance. They're going to go 12 inches towards that objective as well.
Okay.
Zoom, zoom. Mama Bug's going to advance.
I love seeing this.
Oh, rolls a 5. She can go 13, so she'll go right up behind the furthest ones. Shooting phase. I've only got 4 shots over there with the Termagants, and then the Tervigon gives me lethal hits.
I've got cover.
Just that squad of Termagants, and they only kill a single Guardsman. Well, that wasn't bad, right?
That's it for shooting. Let's charge. I'm gonna go with the really easy one right here.
Nick overwatches and kills off half the Hormagaunts.
You want to live forever? For the guard! For the Emperor!
But Hazardous on his plasma kills both the gunners. That's the sergeant and a plasma gunner. Mubin reaches them with a 6-inch charge.
Swarm them, take them, eat them. Hormagaunts on this side, closer to you.
Oh, yeah.
They've got more Cadian Guardsmen to charge.
7 on dice, he's in.
Ah, oh, it's so cool looking.
Last unit charges the already engaged guard squad. Losing 5 means maybe that they failed to kill that squad. Oh, but he needs a command reroll to get him in, but he is in nonetheless.
Oh, they're in the trenches! They're in the trenches!
Little Velociraptors. I'm gonna start with the 5-man squad first, because they were the first ones to bravely charge in and do all the horrible, horrible things.
All right, lose 2 more. The flag of Cadia falls.
Pouring through, they're gonna eat everything. Let's see how the 10-man do, though.
There it is, took the insurance squad to finish him off, and he falls back onto that objective to hold it, but he has killed that squad of guardsmen.
Food! Now the question is, can all of them actually make it in with the pylon?
Think you're gonna have 3 out.
The 7 Hormagaunts that are actually able to fight your guardsmen.
Ooh, next Hormagaunt squad kills 7 models, and the Cadian squad with attached command squad is down to 7 remaining.
Nom 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 nom. But you still get to fight back.
Yeah. Sure, thanks. Appreciate it. The officer with his power sword, with his power weapon, hits you and wounds you.
You just kill 2 of them.
Just kills 2 like that.
The Cadians slap back and kill 5 Hormagaunts. Well done, soldier.
That's the end of my turn.
1 guard squad down and another guard squad almost dead. Go, Mubin, go. good first start.
Everything's advanced out. I've got some room for reinforcements to come in on my next turn. I've managed to make some charges and pick up some of these Cadian guardsmen.
Aggressive first turn play for Mubin, keeping Nick back from the objectives. I think he wants to score off and score early as he's concerned about the sheer volume of firepower Nick has.
Let's see if I can clean this up. Start my turn. Command phase. I get 1 command point.
I get 1 as well.
On to Nick's turn 1, 2 of the Cadians return thanks to the medic. That puts him over the battle shock threshold. Time to issue some orders. Heavy weapon team gets take aim. Ursula Creed gives take aim to her unit, the artillery team, and the field battery. Dorn commander gives the same to himself and the Leman Rush Punisher. Everybody, +1 ballistic skill. Go, shoot the bugs.
In the move phase, the first thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna run away.
No!
Cadians fall back.
So in my turn, I really gotta clean up these Hormagaunts. They are threatening my front lines and they can tie up tanks and do all sorts of nasty things. So let's kill them and kill them dead.
Leman Rush Punisher grabs an objective and closes on those Hormagaunts.
This is a good chance that I have no Hormagaunts left, which would make me sad, but maybe some will live. We'll see.
The Dorn commander moves up.
And the infantry squad,
Cadians and Ursula Creed also move forward.
their artillery gonna stay still so they proc their heavy.
Shitty face now, Punisher splitting fire. Punisher Gatling cannon splits, of course, gotta do it. Hunter killer missile is gonna go to the Tervigon, the flamer bolters and stubbers into the 5-man Hormagaunts, and the Punisher Gatling cannon into the 10-man Hormagaunts.
Hunter killer rocket into the Tervigon. Here we go.
That's okay.
We're gonna do the flamer, D6 shots. Whoosh.
It is gonna be on a 6 though. No, not a 6.
Killed 1, and then the heavy bolters fire into you. And then
6s, I believe. 1 still lives.
now it's the heavy stubber. Oh, 4
my
wounds,
God.
no minus.
4s.
It lives!
Didn't even need cover.
It lives!
The little gaunt that could. If you know, you know, but that's Harry. Harry the Hormagaunt has survived yet again. He's gonna be the hero and he's gonna make it to the end.
The 20 shots from its Punisher battle cannon.
3 Hormagaunts remain after the Punisher cannon goes to town.
Let's go with this infantry squad. Now, a bunch of them, unfortunately, this tank is in the way.
Creed squad now, only 3 can see to the Hormagaunts, but 2 are dead.
All right, so the artillery team, it's got to fire at your Tervigon.
2 shots into the Tervigon, saves 1, takes 3. Battle shock from the artillery, passed with a 12.
We're gonna go next to the field ordnance battery, and they can see your Termagants.
No.
Field ordnance batteries now. Mubin uses rapid regeneration for a command point to give the Termagants a 5-up field no pain. That might save them 6 wounds, and only 3 die. Nice.
Well, that was abysmal. Well, next, we are gonna go with the heavy weapon squad, but before they do that, Ursula Creed is gonna target them to use a stratagem for -1 command point.
Ursula Creed now targeting the heavy weapon team and Rogal Dorn with fields of fire for 0 command points. That's gonna give extra armor penetration into the Tervigon.
So we're gonna go with heavy weapon squad first.
Okay.
They're gonna fire everything into the Tervigon.
Heavy weapons team damage is saved. The Tervigon is okay.
That's okay, we'll go with the Rogal Dorn next, the last unit to fire in my army today. So the heavy bolters and the heavy stubber are all gonna go into little guys. Might as well shoot the meltas at them as well, but the autocannon, the heavy pulverizer cannon are all going into your Tervigon.
Okay.
And the Castigator Gatling cannon will fire into your Termagants.
Ooh, Hormagaun squad wiped by the Rogal Dorn.
All right, then the Castigator Gatling cannon into your Tervigons.
The Castigator Gatling cannon only kills 2. A pressure cannon to the Tervigon, only 3 damage taken thanks to the once per turn reroll.
Then lastly, the autocannon fires at you, the Termagant, the Tervigon.
Coaxial autocannon saved. Oh boy, the big bug is still up. Some of the little ones are down. That could have been better.
Well, that was my shooting phase. It wasn't good. I still have my command point, gonna save that. Hopefully, if you kill unit of infantry, I can bring them back then or something like that.
Maybe.
I'm really kind of disappointed in how well the big giant guns did. Those Tervigons are kind of tough.
Turn 2 means reinforcements. Start of my turn. I get a command point.
So the Tervigon regenerates the Termagants back to full.
The Hormagaunts is going to take a leadership. Only 2 dice.
Yeah.
Needs an 8.
The lone Hormagaun has failed battle shock.
No.
Insane bravery gets to make sure he holds extra objective points. Good play after failing that one. 5 points on primary, 1 for each objective, and 1 for each other objective that he holds outside his deployment zone. That's 5-0 as we head to the movement phase.
These Hormagaunts are actually going to stay put because they're still holding it, which means if you want to take me off, you have to try and fight me off of there. Termagants on the far side. We are going to advance them.
Okay. I've pulled back a little bit. He's gonna have to take a turn to get to me. And I don't know if he can get to me this turn. And he's lost almost all his Hormagaunts. So I think I got another turn of shooting before my reinforcements arrive.
Tervigon moving up behind him. Gotta break Big Mama forward. Venomthropes slowly advance.
They're like, slow down. I'm like, no, you go first. No, you go first. I'll let you go first.
Other Tervigon, advance. Ooh, she's going.
Termagants trail behind with 11 inches of movement.
Go, Termagants. This side of the board is super zoomy. I like it.
Psychophage advances to support the top of the map with that wonderful Feel No Pain aura.
End of the movement phase, now you get to bring your reinforcements. Because we actually switched the board from lengthwise to short at table edge, it means that it's a longer table edge. So we're gonna adjust the come in from 1 inch to come in from 10 to account for that extra length.
Mubin's bringing in his beta wave. That's the Winged Hive Tyrant, 3 Venomthropes, Neurogaunts, and a Psychophage.
I am going to take advantage of the surgical deep strike and see if I can cause some chaos with them. This allows a unit with deep strike to show up outside of 3 inches from enemy units.
Yeah.
And then you have to roll effectively a deep strike test. I can still shoot, I can still charge, I can still do everything normally, but at a cost.
Way back there.
We're gonna start him all the way back here.
Here comes the Winged Hive Tyrant. He's got to make a roll based on the number of models within range of him.
So -3, if I roll a 4 or higher, I'm okay. Every result lower than a 4 has bad things. And if I roll a 1 or less, I have to roll a mishap table. So my result is a 1.
He's rolled a mishap on the Nachmund Surgical Deep Strike.
Oh, I like this. This is fun. And this chart has a whole bunch of different things that can happen. For instance, disaster. Your unit suffers D6 mortal wounds, is battle shocked, and until the end of the turn is not eligible to shoot or declare a charge. So I'm hoping for a 6 for that. 2, your unit suffers D3 mortal wounds and must be placed back into strategic reserve.
No! So, enhancement. I take 2.
And he's recalled. The Hive Mind has said nay, back into strategic reserves he goes, and that means it gives Nick some breathing room.
That was not very surgical at all. Sir, where did you get your PhD? Termagants are gonna fire into the heavy weapon squad.
Shooting phase down, Termagants into the heavy weapon team, and down goes a base.
Okay, it's a start. Stinger salvos from Mama on the other side that didn't advance. Into the heavy weapon squad.
Ooh, Tervigon kills another base. Just 1 base on 1 wound left.
You know what? Just to give you a -1 to hit.
Yeah, why not?
He's gonna charge. Why not?
Yeah.
That lone Hormagaunt, Harry the Hormagaunt, charges the Leman Russ with a 10. I gotta think this is a mistake. It is fun as heck, but the lone Gaunt can stop the Russ from streaking forward and stealing his objectives. I would want to leave him there just to get in his way. The old Hormagaunt speed bump.
I hit him 3 times first. Can he get the 6? No.
And they're gonna roll you over on 4s.
Well, it looks like Harry the Hormagaunt just threw himself under the Leman Russ's tracks. I mean, why not? It's just all biomass in the end.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
5-0 as we head to Nick's turn 2. Nick's got 2 command points. Mubin is out. Start of Nick's command phase, and 2 Cadians return to their unit. Easy order step for Nick. Every unit gets take aim except the Leman Russ, and Ursula Creed's unit gets move. Heavy weapons team fails battle shock. That's not good. Nick only holds 3 points for primary. That is not enough. He's got to kick Mubin off some objectives, or he's going to start racking up a primary lead.
The Cadians, in the command phase, have sticky this objective, meaning that I control it even if I don't have models on it.
Moving phase now, Punisher rolls up a whopping 13 inches.
Charge! And then my infantry squad here is gonna be brave for the Emperor and gonna move up 6 inches. Over the top, men! For the Emperor! Advancing! 2. Yeah, go!
So, what about that Dorn?
What about that Dorn?
What about that Dorn?
What about that Dorn?
Dorn rolls up as well. Here come all the guns.
I think I want to bring in the horses. Horses sound like a lot of fun.
It is reserve time. Nick is bringing on his beta wave. He's got a Hellhound, Lord Marshal Dreyer leading 2 units of Death Riders and 2 10-man units of Deathcore Creed. That is a lot of bodies. It feels like Mubin's Deep Strike mishap has really cost him his opportunity to put his flying tyrant right in Nick's grill.
The heroic cavalry come to the rescue. Glory to the first man to die! Reinforcements are on the board. My Krieg detachment is just sweeping on, saying, well, Cadians, if you can't do it, we'll do it better.
I don't like that.
On to the shooting phase. Here we go.
Hellhound Heavy Bolter into the Termagants, 1 dies and strips cover.
So the Punisher is going to take all of his shots and go into that unit of...
Poor little Termagants?
Yeah.
Punisher opens up now into the coverless Termagants, and down go only 5. That's not good.
We're going to go with this infantry squad. As this infantry squad fires, though, it's going to spend 1 command point, going down to 2.
1 command point now on Fields of Fire to get extra armor penetration into the other Termagants. No Voxcast to refund. He's got 2 remaining.
I will continue to use what I like to call the Invasion Fleet Special, and we're going to rapid regeneration. We're going to rapid regeneration again. We're just going to use it some more.
Let's fire the entire infantry squad into your gaunts. A flamer. And it hits you.
Still looking for 6s? Nope. 5 up, feel no pains. Just topple them over for now.
Grenade in the frag profile. Gets 6 shots.
Woo.
All right, to hit at -1, 3 lethals. Oh, look at that.
Back to 5s. Feel no pain. Ooh, nope.
The grenade launcher with frag profile, of course. Hitting at -1, of course. Take aim.
3 5-ups again, and then feel no pains. I make another one, so 1 more dies. If I could, it would be a you get a rapid regeneration, you get a rapid regeneration, everyone gets a rapid regeneration. However, I have to pick favorites.
All right, then bunch of las gun shots. 4s. Well, it's a command squad attached to it. They got with a bunch of heavy weapons.
5s. Go little bugs.
Oh, 11 left.
So you got 9 of them. That's not bad.
Rogal, Dorn now, Melta, Oppressor, and Coaxial Cannon all into the Tervigon. Everything else is going to the Termagants.
Gatling cannon, because the stealth.
Feel no pain on the Termagants. That one out front, yeah.
Then the heavy bolters.
Yep.
Oh, they all failed to wound. Okay, and then lastly, the heavy stubber.
Stub.
But only 2 Termagants die. There's 9 left.
It's time for the oppressor cannon to oppress you.
The Oppressor gets 2 lethals and 2 wounds. That's 4 saves at -2. He makes 3.
Come on, Mubin.
3 damage, you said?
What happened to bad luck, Mubin?
Feel no pains, because he's within 6 of the Psychophage.
You should be dead, Mubin.
I'll take 2 damage.
Mubin, you
Just
should be
2.
dead.
Ah.
Take 2 Meltas.
Melta sees him down to 7 wounds left, though.
Field ordnance batteries. You can fire everything into the Termagants, so I'm trying to take you off this objective here still.
Yep.
Field Ordnance Battery into the Termagants now. 4 more dead, only 5 models remain.
1, 2, 3. I was gonna charge them.
Yep, that's exactly why, because I'm pretty sure you're done shooting there.
Poo-pooey. The big giant artillery gun is gonna go and try to finish off your Termagant squad.
3 more hits from the Termagants into the artillery team. Battle Shock is passed.
So I did some damage, didn't quite kill him. That's my shooting phase. On to the charge phase. And that Punisher Cannon tank is going to charge those 3 little Hormagaunts to try to get on the objective and take it away from you.
Leaving Russ, Punisher charges the Hormagaunts. Tank shocking.
There we go. You're dead. Squish, 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 squish.
Those are some dead Hormagaunts. Gotta think that had that lone Hormagaunt still been there, he might have kept Nick off of that objective for another turn.
Guardsmen are gonna try to charge the Termagants.
Do it.
4, 5, 6, 7.
You gonna command reroll it?
I'm really tempted.
Do it.
I'm really tempted.
Do it.
Yes! That's what we're here for. That's what we all want to see, right? I'm gonna reroll it. On a 4-up, I'm gonna get the command point back. I didn't. If you don't give your models opportunities to do cool things, they never will. Do cool things! Here we go! 8. And that will be my turn.
Well then, that was a turn.
That was a turn. Was it a good turn? Probably not.
End of the turn, it's 5-3 in favor of Mubin.
This is the turn your next set of reinforcements come in.
But before we get to that, I have some respawning to do.
Mubin turn 3 now. The Mama Bugs give 4 bugs back to each of the Termagants. Mubin uses Endless Swarm for his command point, refills that whole squad, and takes the top squad back to 12.
Oh, I tried so hard.
Battle Shock to make just the Tervigon to top up. She's okay. 3 primary points sees Mubin to 8, and 1 command point already spent. Nick sits at 1.
So let's start moving.
Tervigon closes with Leman Russ.
Termagants back here are going to advance. A full 6.
Oh, they're fast.
Termagants close with the bottom objective. It's enough to take it away from him.
Venomthropes are just going to scooch up a little bit, just to provide a nice little bubble of fun. The other unit of Termagants is also going to advance.
Midboard Termagants swarming that bottom objective as well. Just an absolute rolling, chittering, chitinous mass. Oh, I love it.
The Psychophage advances. Ooh, big 6.
Psychophage keeps pace.
You're just gonna zoom right up to
You guys are so fast.
Tervigon waddles its way towards the Rogal Dorn. Other Psychophage comes around the other side of that building.
those Termagants. They're just gonna advance. They get 10 inches of movement.
Venomthropes up top move to share their buff.
Give all the bubbles. We've got reinforcements to come in. Final reinforcement wave. Let's see if I can maybe do something here.
And it's time for Mubin's Alpha Wave to come in. That's the Trygon, the Neurotyrant with 3 Zoanthropes, and 3 more Zoanthropes. The Trygon is attempting the Nachmund Gauntlet Surgical Deep Strike. He is in reach of 4 models. That's 2d6 minus 4, gives us a roll of 10 minus 4, 6. He's okay.
We have a Hive Tyrant that needs to come join the fight.
Deep striking normally now. His Hive Tyrant is in with just plain old normal Deep Strike.
Oh, bug over there. She's not happy.
Shooting face now, Tervigon fails to kill the 1 wound heavy weapons team.
Wow, Nick.
Wow.
Wow. We're shooting the guardsmen.
Bunch of beetles. Flash power beetles.
Termagants have killed a guardsman.
Zoanthropes, they did come in within 24 and they can see the Dorn. They are going to go with their Warp Blast. They're going to go for the big boom boom profile.
Zoanthropes do 9 wounds to the Rogal Dorn, has cut him in half. He's got 9 left.
The other Tervigon here is just going to empty everything into the Punisher tank. Still.
What the heck is that?
Tervigon splats the Rust for 2 wounds with her Stinger salvos.
Now for the little Termagants, because, you know, why not? They don't have
Beetles
anything
will
else.
chew through the armor.
More 6s.
2 up. I rolled another 1. Down to 9 wounds.
Trygon into the Death Riders. 6 shots, 10 hits. Sustained 2. Saves are all made.
Well, I think that's all my shooting.
Charge phase.
Yeah, we're charging.
Charge
Let's
phase.
charge.
Venomthropes charging the Cadian squad. They're in. Tervigon charges the Rogal Dorn. She's in.
Hive Tyrant.
Into Guardsman.
Into the Guardsman.
9 inches away. Let's go.
Flying Hive Tyrant fails a charge. Free command reroll because of the Hive Tyrant special ability. Gets her in with a 9.
Horseshoes are coming up Millhouse.
Caca. Tervigon into Lehman Russ. Okay, you did not need the 8, but I'll take it. Crunch. The Trygon.
Trygon now into the field ordnance batteries. He's in. Oh boy. Start of the fight phase. The Flyrant gives the paroxysm into the guardsmen, reducing their attacks by 1 each.
I'm just gonna start with the Trygon.
Trygon into the field ordnance batteries now, wipes that squad, piles into the Death Corps, denying their charge next turn. That's huge. They get Lance on the charge, giving them +1 to wound. So stopping the horses before they can charge is a big deal.
They can stay over there, or well, here, but no. Just no. Flyrant has Scything Talons and Tyrant.
Winged Hive Tyrant or Flyrant now into the guard squad, munched. Just 2 and Ursula Creed alive.
We're gonna go to the Tervigon with the Lehman Russ.
Tervigon into the Lehman Russ Punisher now, no damage.
Let the Lehman Russ live. The Rogal Dorn's going to pay for it.
Bring it.
Tervigon into Rogal Dorn, this could be big. Oh, takes it to 2 wounds left.
Whew.
Ugh.
Venomthropes fighting into the Cadian Command squad and their little buddies.
Venomthropes kill 6 of the guardsmen.
You gonna fight back?
Yeah, I'll try. Let's see what I can do.
Cadians slap back into the Venomthropes, take 1 down to 2 wounds on a single model. The Dorn fails to hurt the Tervigon. Lehman Russ also fails.
My horses. Let's see how many can get in.
Ponies!
Let's see how many I can get in here. So I can go.
Ooh, Death Riders do nothing into the Trygon. Ouch!
So, didn't do any damage to you. That sucks. That's it. That's the end of turn.
That's the end of turn. That's a big turn for the bugs.
You did great. Well done.
8-3 as we head to Nick's turn 3 here. He's got a couple of objectives. This is starting to get desperate for the guardsmen.
All right, we start my turn. I got a command point, going up to 2 command points.
I got 1. Hooray.
Medic revives 3 models in that squad. It's order time. Ursula Creed gives her squad duty and honor and take cover. Rogal Dorn gives himself take aim. The Cadian Command squad get move, 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 and take aim goes to the heavy weapons team. Commander Dreyer gives take aim to the artillery team and move, move, move to his unit. Battle shocks now. Ursula Creed squad passes, but the Cadians fail. That means they lose their order. The heavy weapons team passes, and so does the Dorn. 2 command points for Nick, 1 for Mubin. It's 8-5 in Mubin's favor.
So, in the move phase, this unit of infantry is going to fall back despite being battle shocked.
Cadians have fallen back here. Desperate escape test, and he loses 4.
Oh.
The Death Corps at the bottom of the field rush the objective of the Flying Hive Tyrant in range of it. Shovels at the ready.
And then on the north side, the Death Corps take the trenches. Oh, the trenches, boys! The Cadians have fallen, but we will not.
Hellhound rolls past the Flying Tyrant.
Bum. Ursula Creed will run over to here. And then these horses, unfortunately, will run away.
Death Riders fleeing the Trygon.
And then we will bring in some reinforcements.
Reinforcements!
He's got his Alpha Wave to come in. That's a Cadian Castellan with 10 Castrican inside of Taurox, a Commissar with 10 Castrican inside of Taurox, and a Scout Sentinel.
Then the transports are gonna allow the guys to get out, and we're gonna have all these Castrican get out, and they're gonna clean up these units here.
As the Castrican disembark, they get orders. The Castellan gives take aim, and the Castrican also get first rank fire, second rank fire. That is a lot of shots.
Time to do some shooting, for sure. So we're gonna start with the Taurox.
Shooting phase now, and the first Taurox fires into the Flying Hive Tyrant, 1 wound.
All right, and then the next one is gonna do the exact same thing.
Second Taurox rinses and repeats. Oh, nothing.
Mubin, stop rolling well.
No.
Stormbolter.
The people want to see me roll well.
I know, I think the people would love to see you do something.
Ouch.
Sentinel uses Daring Recon on the Trygon. That's going to give reroll 1s to hit.
Castrican squad number 1 into your Trygon.
Melts-a-gun from the Castrican, takes the Trygon to 10 wounds left.
Plasma, overcharging, because now they get 3 dice each. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, 5s.
5s. Nope.
All right, 2 damage each.
6 left.
Unfortunately, I do take 2 hazardous tests. Oh, he loses 1! Ah! Plasma pistol from the sergeant. Does wound.
Ooh.
AP3.
He takes it.
2 damage again. And hazardous for him. Ah, he kills himself! Yeah, a bunch of hot shots. That's it.
Force.
2 damage, bring it down to 2. I almost killed ya. But we're gonna go with the Sentinel now, and Sentinel's gonna try to take you out.
Sentinel lines him up, and he pops it. Oh, he needed that. That Trygon is down.
It's gone! Pew, 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 pew. Next, we got the other Castrian squad. I'm gonna fire everything into the Flyrant. So, 2 Melta shots first. Let's see if I can take you out with those.
Melta-gunner, command reroll the wound, fails.
This unit has plasma. This unit does not. It has grenade guns. So I'll do the crack profiles. Plasma pistol. Overcharging. Misses.
Another failed hazardous chest. Oh my.
The regular hotshot las guns.
Flashlight.
Fire! These aren't flashlights. 6s to wound. Whee! Take 1.
He says no.
Creed will target her detachment.
Ursula Creed's unit now. Grenades for no command points. Thanks, Ursula Creed. Flyrant is down to 5 wounds remaining.
Hellhound is out of range of everything else. He's gonna fire everything into the Tyrant.
Hellhound tries to take out the Flying Hive Tyrant. Nothing.
Punisher is gonna fire everything it can into those gaunts right in front of it. Heavy bolters!
They're okay.
And wounds you once.
Yeah, you kill 1.
Boop. Big, giant Gatling cannon. I predict it'll kill 1. Give me 3. There you go, 2 devastating.
So 3 wounds, no minus, which means we're gonna get 4 ups. 3. I said I was gonna give you 3.
Mubin! Rogal Dorn has to do a lot of split firing.
Fields of fire, the Rogal Dorn into the Termagants as well as the heavy weapons team. Melted autocannons to the Tervigon, everything else into those Termagants. Rapid regeneration on the Termagants again.
2 Meltas.
Melta does only 3 damage. She takes just a single wound. She's at 6. Oh, big bug mama. 5 left. Oh, these bugs just keep coming in waves, but the guardsmen can't take them down.
All right, everything else into Termagants. Let's go. The squadron unit and the regiment unit. I don't care about this guy firing into it, but I just want the extra AP.
That's fair. 6s. None.
I think Nick might be feeling the effects of high toughness and flashlights. He didn't bring enough flashlights.
Heavy bolters.
Feel no pain. Feels pain. Another one goes down.
Heavy stubber.
6s. Oop. 2 more die, so total of 4 more get knocked over.
All right, we got all these guys are gonna shoot into your Venomthropes. I got a grenade gun on crack. And it wounds.
Okay. Nope.
Take 1 damage.
Okay, so 1 of them's down to 1 wound.
2 lethals.
3s.
I killed 1
Kill
of
the
3.
stinky bug.
Last artillery is gonna fire into those bugs way back there.
I can see the tip of your barrel.
D6 shots. 3s to hit. Oh, the 1s!
Battle shook. Yeah, they're fine.
That was disheartening. Charges. There's no point.
No.
So there's no charges. Ongoing combats. Mama Bug, see if you can take out the Dorn.
Fight phase now, and the Tervigon has taken out the Rogal Dorn. Oh no!
Yay, Mama Bug!
Well, that's my turn. Don't wear it out.
It's 8-5 as we head to Mubin's turn 4.
Start of my turn.
Tervigon regeneration, the bottom squad gets 4 back, and so does the top squad.
Do you know how many Termagants I have killed?
Too many.
Endless swarm again for a command point, even more comeback. The 10-man squad's full, and that top squad has got 15 now. Tervigon makes its battle shock check again. Creed using her once per turn ability to use a stratagem for reduced cost. 0 command point inspired command. The Creed guardsmen get an extra objective control and denies Mubin 2 primary points. That is huge and keeps this game within Nick's reach. 5 primary for Mubin sees him up to 13. Nick's got a command point and Mubin is at 0.
Let's go on to the movement phase now. Or as we like to call it, the movement phase.
Venomthropes float off in the movement phase.
Zoanthropes are gonna advance because they're just so out of everything right now. Just 9 inches straight up is fine. This unit of Termagants advancing. 1, they're kind of tired now.
Mubin consolidating his position here and really looking to lock Nick out of the primary game completely.
Yum.
Yum is right. Yum is right. Let's get into the shooting phase.
Oh, shooting phase now, and the battle shock Cadians are picked up.
Mama Bug is gonna shoot the heavy weapons team.
Tervigon Stinger Salvo kills the 1 wound heavy weapon team.
Bye.
3 Zoanthropes on my side. They're gonna shoot into the tank.
Zoanthropes take the Punisher Rush to 5 wounds remaining.
Gribbly guns, the little Termagants that just came back. They are not happy with you.
Ooh, Termagant's getting it done again with the failed 2-up saves. Leman Russ down to 3 wounds left.
We're just going to charging now. Venomthropes into the Krieg.
Venomthropes fail to reach the Death Core at the top of the table with their charge.
And the only other one left. We're going for Creed. We're done with her nonsense.
The Flying Tyrant in a Creed squad is successful.
And I don't need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Epic challenge. Gonna get you, Creed.
Epic challenge into Ursula Creed. Warlord on Warlord, and down she goes.
Wow! Eek! The tank will bonk you back.
Leman Russ on the Tervigon, they just keep slamming into each other. I can just imagine the gunners inside the tank firing randomly, this huge monstrosity battering against the hull. Oh, those poor guardsmen.
All right, well, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, that's in your turn. Okay.
Halfway through turn 4, 13-5 in favor of Mubin. Can Nick bring it back?
The guardsmen have a little bit of hope, and they look towards their heroic horsemen, and they feel like maybe, perchance, the Emperor's with them.
Not if the Tyranids don't want to. We're going to call the Shadow of the Warp.
Oh, it could be the death knell here. Here come the battle shock results. Top Krieg squad have failed. The Death Riders pass. The artillery fails. The Khazrakan pass. The second squad of Khazrakan fail. 1 Torox fails, 1 passes. Death Corps on the objective pass. That is huge. The Leman Russ passes. The Sentinel fails. All in all, that's not bad. Orders now, Khazrakan take aim and first rank, second rank fire. Lord Dryer fixes bayonets. Actual battle shocks now, Leman Russ passes. He still has 3 objectives for 3, 13 to 8. He's got to kick Mubin off these no man's land objectives to have a chance.
Moon phase. Dun, 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 dun. The charge of the Light Brigade.
Death Riders move forward to charge those pesky gaunts. Can he finally get rid of them?
My Krieg over here, move up.
Top squad of Krieg close on the Venomthropes. Kasrkin with their orders move up.
Zoom.
The Battleshock Kasrkin get back inside the transport and it advances away. Hellhound gets to flame on range.
Then, start the shooting phase.
Sentinels daring recon for reroll once to hit into the Venomthropes this time.
Then, the Kasrkin, right here that moved up, at the beginning of the phase, can throw a remote mine, because you're within 3 inches. So it does 2 mortal wounds to you.
The Kasrkin remote mine takes the Flyrant down to 4 wounds left.
So the Kasrkin are gonna try to redeem themselves and kill the Flyer that they didn't kill the first time.
Melta into him, only 1 wound saved.
Why is he okay, Mubin?
Invul save.
Crack grenades.
Crack grenade saved.
Hive Mind says Nene.
Stop doing that! And then the rest of them fire their hot shots at ya.
Hotshot las guns, no joy.
He says Nene.
Man. The Taurox that moved up is gonna fire into the Flyrant.
Taurox, nothing. Next squad, grenades for a command point. Only 1 and he feels no pain.
Sentinel fires at ya.
Sentinel shooting, Hazardous overcharging. No wounds on the Flyrant.
Hazardous test. It 3 ones in a row! He takes damage!
Takes 3 wounds.
Krieg Guardsman now, and he's saved. Still at 4 wounds left. This thing will not die.
Hellhound will fire everything into that unit of
The little unit of Termagants.
Infernal Cannon, 2d6 shots.
I make 1. So I lose 6 of them.
Punisher Cannon, everything, and wipe out the unit. Just wipe them out! Heavy bolters from the Punisher Cannon.
5s. Another one bites the dust.
And the Punisher Cannon goes,
Ho ho ho! He finally kills the 10 Termagants. That took way too long.
I killed a unit!
Yay, one of the unit of Gaunts is gone.
This unit of Krieg are gonna fire everything into the Venomthropes in front of them. Overcharging Plasma and Plasma Pistol.
Krieg at the top now into the Venomthropes. They're still up.
And Hazardous tests. Ha, one of them dies. Artillery, fire into the Flyrant. Kill the Flyrant.
The artillery tried to kill the Flyrant. Point blank barrage with the big guns. No joy.
Charge the clock.
Charge the clock.
Charge phase now, and the Death Riders are charging the 20 Termagants. They are in. Talk about absolute cinematic beauty. 10 Death Riders charging 20 gribbly Termagants. Oh, for the Emperor indeed.
These Krieg are gonna charge your
One last Venomthrope.
Venomthrope, yes. They're in. Rah, for the Emperor!
For the Emperor.
And because you killed one of their number, they'll get +1 hit. The tank, and I'm gonna charge your mama.
Hellhound charges the Tervigon. Last command point on Tank Shock. 2 mortals, that's all.
Down to 11.
Go into the fight phase. The horses.
Death Riders first. Termagants, rapid regeneration for Mubin.
I'm going to do everything I can to protect, at least keep one of these little Termagants alive. If I can keep one, the mama's gonna bring him back.
Please, sir, I want some more.
You know what? Just for that, Nick. So 5s.
You rolled ridiculously well for 5 ups.
I lose 8.
Hitting on 3s.
Oh, 16 devastating wounds and 7 models left. Can he channel his inner Tycho for all those 5-ups? Nope, but for 120 points of Gribblies, those Termagants did serious work.
Those Termagants are down to a man. I have nothing to regenerate on this side. This poor mama is just stuck in a slap fight against this Leman Russ. Oh boy.
Right, the Kriegsman charged in.
Kill the Venom Sack.
Kriegsman! So on 3s.
It's a 4-up.
Don't fail it. I got him.
You got him.
I got him! Take that and smoke it.
Mama Bug's done with this. She's gonna crunch the Leman Russ this time.
The Leman Russ saves the Tervigon, punching it.
That's the end of the turn.
End of turn 4, it's 13 to 8, and Mubin is gonna score some more primary here. that last phase, that winged Hive Tyrant taking all those shots, that might have done it.
Well, I managed to kill that unit, and that was brilliant to see. That felt a little bit cathartic for being able to do that. However, because of how scoring works in this, I pushed out too late.
With 3 points on primary, that puts Mubin to 16 primary, and Nick cannot possibly catch him. The game is close, but it looks like the Tyranid will establish their beachhead.
And even if I got every single objective on my turn, my 5 points would not be enough to catch you. You have too much of a lead. So I gotta say, I think the guard will take this opportunity. They manage to push you back. The Lancers sacrifice themselves for everyone else, as Krieg do, and everyone else makes a hasty retreat. Because this battle may be over, but the war is far from done.
That was a good game, Nick.
Good game, Mubin.
In waves they came, an unstoppable and fearless swarm of chitin and bone, tooth and claw, and the Astra Militarum could not slow their advance. This day, the hive mind outsmarted the guardsmen, the order given to fall back as long-range batteries begin to hammer the Tyranid position, but they have little effect. The Tyranid have established their beachhead and are dug in. The guard will have to reorganize and reset for another battle on another day, for this day belongs to the hive mind.
Well done, Mubin. You played a great game. I loved your ability to deep strike in here. It really made it that it was tough to get around here. It was a great play here, and it was so cool to just see the armies just coming up, and just, it was swarming over the battlefield, and it was so much fun to see. I really enjoy playing Warhammer like this. It's a lot of fun.
And I gotta admit, one of my favorites, and I'm probably going to try and find a way to squeeze it in every Crusade game I ever can with Nachmund, is that surgical deep strike.
Oh, it was so cool.
Like,
the waves of reinforcements are so unique to do. I really love this.
Nick, that was a blast. I had a lot of fun. This was just ridiculous. Just so many crazy things. And I think this story needs to continue.
I really enjoyed playing narratively this game. It was a ton of fun. I can't wait to play some more like this.
Let us know in the comments how you think the story should continue. What should be continuing this fight against the Tyranids now that they've secured this beachhead?
Mubin, your dice finally showed up in such a big way. It was great, and the tactical moves you made were fantastic. I really enjoyed seeing it.
Special thanks to this episode's sponsor, Deadlyprint Studios. All the cool battle effects really add a level of immersion to our games that we really love. Make sure to check out the link in the description below, or go to deadlyprintstudios.com to get yours today. And of course, a big thank you to you for watching. If you like what we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video, or if you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases, as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. Well, that's it for all of us here at the Play On Studios. On behalf of them, it's me, JT the Voice, saying, until the next time you see us in the far-flung future of a grimdark universe, play on.